This is the frames I have for the flow hive system. You can see the honeycomb is kind of pre-built in there. These frames are about 1.5 inches thick. You can see in through the end of them. There's a channel in the bottom. You can see that little tube. So this is what I'm installing as my super on top of the Cowboys hive when I go back down. And how these work, it's really kind of ingenious. They have these honeycombs set up like this, and the bees just come in and they build their honey in there. You have the queen extractor below this, so you're only going to get honey in this super. You have this long metal bar, and essentially you just put it into the end here, and you turn it. I don't know if you can watch this. If you see those, they moved. So now you don't have honeycombs anymore. You have like a Z pattern. And when that happens, all the honey drains down through those channels to this bottom channel that comes out essentially through the back of the hive. And there's a little plug here. And once you remove that plug, you're going to get this. That big empty channel where all the honey is going to come down. And they give you these little tubes to plug in there, and it just brings it out right into your honey jar. And you do this from the back of the hive, so you don't disturb the bees. They're around the front doing their own thing. There's doors I'm going to show you on the top of this. There's observation windows, and all you have to do is open this up, put that long bar in there, and they shift to where they're not honeycombs anymore. And then after you get the honey out, you pull the bar out, you put it back in the top, and as you put it in the top, you straighten these up. And the bees can give you more honey. There you go. The honeycombs are back in action. It's a little tough here because I'm doing it by myself, but you'll get the idea. I'm going to let you know if it works or not, but I mean, it's ingenious. If you just go on YouTube and put in Flow Hive, it's amazing how it works. The first thing I'm noticing as I come back down here is how irritated these bees still are. Look at them. So this is probably going to be fun. But all the bees are off the feeder boards. They're empty. Let me see what's going on inside here. All right, so there's a lot of bees up top here. Which again, I thought was encouraging. I think they're asking me to give them a little smoke. Yeah, that's it. So, we pull a couple of these hives out, show you what's going on, and then we are going to install the flow hive. All right, so I took this hive apart. There's a lot of honey in there, but they're really building the comb out, like, I don't know what you call that, horizontally, I guess, into the other hive. I tried to switch a couple frames around. Don't know if that was a good idea. I had trouble getting them back in. I might have scrolled a couple bees. I'm gonna take this, like, look at all that honey. And that's in a bad place. It's gonna be gone. I mean, so I'm gonna smoke these bees. They're gonna go down in. I might pull a frame or two out of here to see if I can find the queen. I'm not really concerned about that. There's a lot of bees here. There's 2 levels. I'm more concerned about, I got my flow hives down here. There's my box. I'm gonna be installing them and showing you how that goes. The life of the hive looks very strong, so I'm not really concerned about that. Maybe I'll look more into that next week. If I see anything interesting, I'll show you the video. If not, I'll show you how when I'm putting it back together. All right, this is kind of irritating because I found the queen twice. And I tried to get my phone out and it's all sticky because of the honey. But she is on this frame. So you got to really be careful. See, they're probably all crowding around her now because they know something's not right. But I'm considering this a pretty successful day because I found the queen in both hives. And not only did I find them once or twice, but a lot. And I get confused because some of these are drones. They're like really big. But the thing about the queen, like I said earlier, is that her wings only go about halfway down her body. And I knew I was getting close because the other ones had a lot of this larvae, the other frames. And then when I got to this one, there's a lot more that are just eggs, which means she's close, she's doing her business. There she is. I don't know if you can see her. Where'd she go? See her? Right there. So that's the queen. See how her wings only go a little bit down? And she's laying an egg right now. How they all kind of surround her and take care of her. So there she is. All right, I dropped my phone after that. It kind of irritated me, but so I got to show you the queen. Now I'm going to put this box back on. I got the queen excluder over here, which is going to keep her from going into my upper super. There's a lot of honey, a lot of larvae, a lot of eggs. So everything's doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I'm going to put this back together, give you a little bit of an overview again on the flow hive and how it's supposed to work, and then hopefully next week we'll be able to see some progress with that. I think that's probably going to take I don't even know, probably 4 to 6 weeks before I really see anything out of that. But like I said before, if it works, it's just an incredible. So what happens is the bees do all their work from those bottom holes down there in the front of the hive. That's their only entrance. They go out, get their pollen, come back. And what I do, the way this is set up, is that I can evacuate the honey from the back of the hive. And you can see how many bees are back here. Almost none. So you're not even disturbing them. It's such a great idea. So I hope it works. Let me show you how it is. This is what those frames look like when they're installed. The things you gotta remember is that there's a plug in the front there for the top for the tool, for the bottom for the honey extraction. And on the back, they're just kind of sealed up. So the first thing you got to do is to make sure that you install them the right way, because you take this top little board out to put your tool in there, and then this bottom has a circle section that comes out so that you can extract the honey. Yeah, it's kind of hard. You're going to have to bring some tools down to do that, but you got to make sure you put them in the right way. Now, also you got to make sure that the honeycombs are lined up. And what I'm doing is spraying them with some of the sugar water just to kind of entice the bees to start doing their thing in here. And I have my last one that's not set up right. I got to go get the tool. You can see the honeycombs there are not aligned right there. So I got to go get the tool and make sure they're aligned, that they look more like this, so that the bees will build in there. Otherwise, if they put anything in there, it's just going to drain down to the bottom and make a big mess. So I'm gonna go do that. But other than that, everybody seems to be happy. There's my queen excluder down in there, so the queen definitely will not come up in here and lay any eggs. So there will not be any brood up in the top here. This top section is only for honey, for me and my friends, and maybe my enemies if they pay. So I think that's going to be it for today. The bees were a little angry. They definitely were not happy. I was happy I found both queens. I only got stung twice so far, so I consider this a good day. So do me a favor, especially since I was stung, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll give you updates as this little adventure moves on. I'll show you when we're extracting the honey, and I will also show you my inspection next week. We got these little doors on the side here to where we can pull out and see if the bees are doing anything in there yet. Which personally I think is kind of dumb, because you can only see the outside frame and the bees never work on the outside frame from what I understand. But I guess you could just see if there's bees up there or not. So I will give you the update next week. Thanks for watching. All right, this is what we got. Brood box. Honey super brood box for the bees. And then this is mine. This is the flow hive. They're in there. 7 frames. This allows the tool. This allows the extraction. And this allows some, I guess, minor viewing pleasure. I don't know. This is the queen extractor, so the queen will not go up there and lay eggs. She has plenty of room to lay eggs in the bottom, but she's still in the bottom box. I found her again today. I mean, overall, this was a pretty successful day. The Giants hive is doing much better. Cowboys hive is still going at it like gangbusters. So, very happy. I'm excited to see what's going to come out of this. Hopefully this flow hive system works. This generic, it's not the flow hive. I got the generic version. The regular one costs like $1,000, I think. I don't know. But very happy. I just got to throw the screen and lid on there and we're done for the day. So again, please look at this. I got honey all over my hands. It's all over my phone. It's all sticky. It's good. We're at the end of the hive inspection. 1 month in with my new nukes, and I'm up to 2 bee stings today. That's it. Pretty successful day. Please smash up that like button. Thanks for watching.